All right, boys and girls, we have three stories for you today. I'm going to do the first one now, and it deals with weed and guns. So let's go ahead and talk about it. What's up, Wolverines? My name is John Crump. I'm an investigative journalist and writer extraordinaire. I concentrate on 2A stuff. I write about the agencies and organizations that want to violate your God given right to bear arms. This is my channel, John Crump News, and this is where I post the video content of my stuff. I also write for Amaland, so go check me out over at Amaland. We are still doing the fundraiser for Pack 997 of the Cub Scouts. You can find that link down below in the description. It would really help out the kids if you can donate $1 or $2. Not asking for much, $1 or $2 would be fantastic. The case is United States versus Connolly. It involves a man that was arrested for being a marijuana user and owning firearms. The government tried to argue in the case that they had every right to disarm him because the United States has a history of disarming dangerous people. The defense countered with that Connolly is not a violent felon, and the only thing he did was use marijuana to help him sleep. The Fifth Circuit would turn to Bruin to decide if this law is constitutional or not. The first step of Bruin is to look at the original text of the Second Amendment and see if the law is consistent with such text. In this case, they looked at the original text and determined that the law is not consistent with the original text of the Second Amendment. So therefore, it moves to step 2 of Bruin, which is looking at historical analogs to see if a law is consistent with the history and tradition of the Second Amendment. In step 2 of a Bruin analysis, the burden of proof falls to the government. They have to present historical analogs to show that a current law is consistent with the history and tradition of firearms regulations from the founding era. And the federal government did supply some analogs. Now, in Rahimi, it says that an analog does not have to be a historical twin, but does have to have some similarities to the current law. Some of the laws that the government presented were about the founders disarming people that they thought were dangerous. In this particular case, they talked a lot about British loyalists, which is a lot different from marijuana users. It wasn't just me that thought that, it was the judges that heard this case. They also believed that the analogs that the government provided did not meet the burden of the second step of Bruin. What they looked at was laws from the founding eras dealing with alcohol and guns. And they stated that the founding fathers drank copious amounts of alcohol and still owned firearms. They thought that was a lot more similar than looking at laws dealing with British loyalists or other racist gun laws that disarm Native Americans and other people that the government did not like at the time. So they rejected the government's claims that they met the burden under step 2 of Bruin. Before I get called out on this, I know Connolly was a woman, and I said guy through the whole entire video. Not sure why I did that. Maybe, I don't know. But she is a woman. But the bottom line is the circuit court ruled that the law banning marijuana users from carrying firearms on its face is unconstitutional, and they affirmed the judgment of dismissal for the woman. So this is a victory for the Second Amendment. I mean, I don't use marijuana. I don't have any plans to use marijuana. If they made it legal, I still wouldn't use marijuana. But I also don't believe that you should be disarmed if you use marijuana, because I think that is just stupid. Alcohol is a lot more dangerous to use while having a firearm, and we don't ban people who drink from owning firearms, which we shouldn't ban, and we shouldn't ban marijuana users from owning firearms either. It is a medication, and it does have medicinal uses. So why are you stripping people of their right to bear arms because they use something that is used in medical facilities? All right, guys, that is it. If you like what I do here, go ahead and give me a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about this case down below. I am linking the case down below, so if you want to read the actual filings, you can do that. And with that, we're out of here. We got 2 more videos to go. One will drop around 4-ish, and the other one will drop around 6:05-ish. I don't know, whenever I get to them. There's so much going on right now. And with tomorrow being an eve of a holiday, I'm sure that there will be document dump Friday. So stay tuned for whatever that is. But I'll see you in a little bit. Also, we have a John Crump live going on today. That should be definitely interesting. So that is it. Remember, give to the Cub Scouts because we want to help raise good men. All right, guys, that is it. Stay ever vigilant, stay ever free, keeping the fight. I am out of here. Wolverines, MFers.